I was certain of it. The ruse that quilted a mountain's gate with love and fortune. That special place, bereft of open hands and flushed cheeks, meadows and laughter. It cut through, time after time, as wanting just a little more, and asked the universe for just a tease of pleasing grace. Purposeful, I sat down and claimed my name, and it read, I tried a while, but there wasn't enough while to try. Yo, that's stupid. That's dumb. Boo! Boo! Welcome. Welcome to the Matt Hawker Show. Here it is. This is the big one. It's not a little one, it's a big one. This is as big as it gets. We're at gargantuan size, folks. They are making titans based on this episode. They're making giants in Japan. Oh, a little puke in there. Based on what this show can be. Beyond the beyond. The clouds are just the beginning. When this episode takes root on this planet, it will transcend and ascend and maybe even descend as it crushes into the surface of the sun, which is maybe descended because it's night right now, but it's going to be everywhere, folks. This is the omnipresent force of nature that I have been preparing my entire life. We are talking a dash of omnipresence. Not a lot, just a little bit of omnipresent force. You might think it's everywhere, and it is, because that's what that word means. But it won't be omnipotent. It won't be omniscient. It's not all-knowing, and it's not all-powerful, which means you can defeat it. You can stop it. But it'll take time. It'll take a ragtag group of adventurers gathered with the essential bare minimum items found in a local locker labeled, "Stop it, please." You won't know what's in there until you get in there, but it might be relevant. But it could also be a trap. It might just carry a bunch of weapons and items that'll allow you to survive an island for several days, forced to fight each other to the death. Are you willing to take that chance? Are you hoping your friends won't betray you? If you and 3 of your best pals opened up bags that said only one will survive, and it just had a bunch of stuff in it, just stuffed with stuff, and it's just stuffed in there. Would you do anything with it? Would you kill each other? Would you want each other to live? These are the questions that we have to ask, and we have to answer to each other anonymously over the phone with a voice editor, so your friends know that it could be you, but they'll never be sure because they don't know who sent the message. That's important. You don't want them to know that you know that they know. I've been indecisive lately. Inside of a decisive, one might find a bologna sandwich, some peanut butter, and a half-eaten jar of pudding. But out decisive, you might be out of luck. A lot of food isn't really out there. I find food to be sort of a precious organism that you can put into your hands and squeeze and mush together. But there's nothing better than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the American classic that all of us enjoy at least at one point, especially when our parents are fighting through a divorce, or if you recently failed a math test and you don't have anything else except for the food that your mother makes you to make you feel better. You gain weight over time, and soon you can't get off the couch. You're just playing Halo 3 nonstop, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with Pringles. That's your life now. That's all you ever are. Anyway, if you smash the peanut butter sandwich, and it's one of the only sandwiches that's really malleable, you know? I feel like I'm sort of a sandwich blacksmith when I have a PB&J. I can do anything with it. Most sandwiches, they have meat in it, or maybe they have like a fine cheese. You can't just smush up the sandwich, but a peanut butter sandwich, you can. You can make it a ball. You can make it a wrap. You can sort of make it a weird little, like a crumbly burrito. It's exciting how flexible the peanut butter and jelly sandwich can be. Even the wording is flexible. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or PB and J. Wow, it's amazing. I don't really. The truth is, I haven't had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a long time. I recently opened up a bottle of jelly and there was white stuff in it. I thought, what could this be? I wonder. It turned out it was mold. There was mold everywhere. I was covered in mold. I had become the moldy Matt. As I traversed the mold realm, I realized that it was all I had left. Just mold everywhere. I found a peace in it, almost, that I don't think I could explain in any other way other than it felt right. It felt okay. As I let the mold into my body, I knew that I was going to transform into maybe something better. Maybe someone better. I don't really know if I'm a good person. I'm not sure. I don't really know if any of us are. I guess we're all a little moldy from time to time. I found that in my greatest and most perfect moments, I'm bored. I'm catatonic almost. Maybe it's a ruse I've convinced myself of, that I can just exist in this euphoria for a little while. The truth is, I like and enjoy the trials and tribulations of human relationships. I enjoy the struggle. It feels passionate. It's exciting. I often wonder if that makes me a worse person. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm a problem solver. Maybe I enjoy just scraping paint off walls. I don't know. But I do know that peanut butter and jelly is an okay sandwich. It's not that great, but it's not that bad either. And it's very flexible, very malleable. It can be anything it needs to be. And it's always there for you when you need it most. And maybe that's what I am. Maybe I'm a peanut butter and jelly sandwich who thinks they're a hoagie, but they're not. I have to live with that. It'll be tough, but I can do it. Anyway, got a big ol' interview. Hey, it's oh
yeah.
Welcome to the show. How you doing today?
Pretty good. You know, just being. Maybe I don't know what I'm being, but it's good. Whatever it is.
Hold on a second. I'm going to take off my socks for this. I can tell you're going to be a challenge interviewee. I'm going to take this off as well, and I'm going to take that off too. All right.
Well, don't get too empty.
Hey, I believe that the only way to improve in life is to remove. Anyway, what's your name?
I'm a FancyOctopus. That is, yeah. But I mean, don't worry. I am calling from the bottom of the ocean for sure. But I mean, I am familiar with the ways of people. I've heard.
So your whole name is I am a FancyOctopus.
Yes, that is the full name. That is my native name. But, people, they're lazy. They don't want to call me that. So they just say FancyOctopus.
Well, it's great to have you here tonight. I'm excited for you to be here. You have been the guest of guests. I've been trying to book you for a couple of years now.
I know. I mean, it's just internet connection down here. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I get it. So let's, are you ready for some questions? You got some time?
Yeah, I got some answers.
All right. So I am first question for you, and this actually comes from Medusa Hembrooks of Northeast Tennessee.
Okay,
interesting. Yeah. All right. So, if you were an apple core, would you eat yourself?
No. For one, apple cores contain cyanide, and I don't mean the seeds. I mean it's just how they make apples. If you ever go to an apple farm, like a cultured person, you would realize that they put cyanide in the middle of the apple to make sure that it kills all the bugs that try to eat the apple. So no, I would never eat an apple core. If I was made of cyanide, like being an apple core, I would consider that way too metal to ever end. So I just want to stay as is. So I wouldn't want to eat myself.
Would you warn anyone if they were trying to eat you?
No, that's the part that's metal, right? Like,
right.
Yeah. Like,
so are you a metal core?
I'm a metal core, but the metal isn't the metal part. The metal part is the Poison, and Poison was a metal band, I'm pretty sure. And so that leads all into like a great point about like, where does music answer this question?
Yeah, I was really going to get to that. I was actually kind of hoping you would elucidate your relationship to grindcore and pigcore.
Okay, grindcore. I mean, I can grind. It's kind of hard with tentacles, but I mean, the Japanese girls seem fine with it. But pigcore. I don't know. I'm kosher, not practicing Jewish, just kosher.
Excuse me.
But
got it.
Mainly by like force.
See, I always kosher. The term confused me because I always thought it just meant to kos her. Like what are you doing to her? Oh, I'm kosing.
Well,
and it's just got a little weird.
Well, I thought it meant co-signing her, like you were co-signing loans for her, and then I found out it was just that you can't eat like shrimp, and I'm fine with that. Shrimp are cool. I have pet shrimp personally.
I also believe that it is better to marry and procreate with a shrimp than it is to marry and procreate with anything else. That's my stance.
I mean, that's a fair stance. I'd say that if the Supreme Court hasn't talked about it yet, but I think it's because they're too afraid, and we need to kind of make them feel welcome and loved.
I don't understand why we don't nominate more shrimp to the Supreme Court. It doesn't add up to me. I don't get it. I feel like the Supreme Court doesn't represent a diverse set of views just because they're missing out on the shrimp demographic.
Yeah, but I feel like the main lobby against them is the coconut lobby, because the coconuts can always silence the shrimp with a good enough oil. Back in the fry or back in the Middle East, whenever you fry up chickpea fritters, it's like a big cultural event.
You've spent a couple years in the Middle East. How was that?
I mean, it was sandy. And I don't mean sandy as in filled with sand. I was in a nice...
You know what? Let's just move on.
Fine. I didn't mean to...
Let's just stop. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I mean, I didn't know this was a...
No.
PC police.
No, I look, I'm a console gamer.
Oh.
Yeah. So, console police to you, sir. Anyway, where do you stand on the futility of life? Why are we mortal?
Why aren't we immortal is the real question. And I would have to say, because then, you know how like when you're playing Nintendo, you can hit reset and then your guy dies? I mean,
yeah.
Question answered. Or answered question. Either way, reset.
I mean, I really don't know much about Nintendo. I only play PC games. But so what I really want to get to, and maybe this is going to hit a nerve. Let me know if it does, because I'll keep asking the question.
Okay.
And just so take a second here, prepare yourself, because no matter what, this is going to happen. All right. So, oh God, I'm missing the question. Hold on a second. It's somewhere here. Oh God, hold on. It's right.
Is it on your list? I assume you have a list, right?
I had my list.
How about assist?
Okay. I do have assist.
How about assist?
Oh, it's in the assist.
Yeah, you gotta pop that. You gotta pop that right open.
Let me just get that. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah. All right. Let me pull that out. Oh my God.
You should have gotten the doctor in.
Oh. Woo. Okay. So your question is, what is your favorite quote?
I'm here to chew gum and walk down the street happily ever after. Abraham Lincoln, 1945.
And that was right before Abraham Lincoln was shot. Wow.
I know, it's crazy, right? Like, it's almost like he guessed my lifestyle.
Do you ever feel that you're creating prophecies that no one is really adhering to?
I'd really hope so. Or else, all of my incense and all of my like potions I make would be for naught.
Sometimes, and I just want to let you know this, sometimes when somebody says you're up, like it's your turn, I go, that's a continent. Social media has become a disaster. First, there was MySpace, in which you had your own secluded space and you could rank friends. It was amazing. I could put all the people I didn't like at the top and then win over their trust and then rob their homes and families, consume their siblings and brethren, and feed off of their fear. But you can't do that with Facebook and Twitter. Twitter, you can post about politics, or you can retweet, you can put a heart on something. Just put a little heart on there. Sometimes I just put hearts on things like I woke up today, or the meticulous nature of mankind is frustrating my very soul. I don't know how much longer I can make it. There's only one thing. All you can do is throw a heart on there. And I don't know what hearts mean. And I don't know what that has to do with a bird. Twitter's main images that they have is a bird and a heart. But they don't really go together. I've never seen a bird with a heart. I don't really see a lot of things with hearts, frankly. I mean, birds have feathers. What if you just gave someone a feather? That would be fine. Like, I feather this, or I feather your status. Like, that'd be okay. And then Facebook has a totally other thing going on. Like here, I'm on Facebook right now. What's on your mind, Matthew? How does it know my name? Who gave Facebook my name? Why is it Matthew? Why doesn't it give me a nickname? Like, Facebook is all about friends. I give my friends nickname, like nickname. I give my friends nicknames like Spiky or uh-oh man, or please get away from me, lady, or oh my God, I'm gonna die, or he's inside of my eardrobe, the drobe of the ear. It doesn't matter. Look, the point is social media is pretty nice, actually. It's really cool to interact with friends and family and loved ones. But the thing that really gets me the most is the boomer posting. I can't take the boomer posting anymore. I get all the time. It's just nonstop. It's endless. It's so much boomer posting on the internet. I don't know what to do about it. It started innocent enough, right? They weren't there in the MySpace era. They weren't there when millennials were cultivating the world. It was the Wild West. It was amazing. We were just covering new territory. There were the digital bastions of hope and love, and millennials just came and destroyed it all in a burning flame and then set up shop. It was great. And then Facebook comes out, and all the college kids get into it, and they're like, whoa, man, whoa, look at my status. Boom. It was great. It was wonderful. And then people started inviting their parents. They're like, here, Mom, this is a smartphone. Here's Facebook. Look at this. Now you can follow me. And now they all have it. And it's terrible. And all they do is just post the worst pictures. And they put an ellipsis on everything. I don't know if you know what an ellipsis is. An ellipsis is 3 dots. 3 dots. 3 periods. You don't need an ellipsis for anything. Nobody wants to see you with bated breath. Nobody's thinking, he's going to pause here in this moment. In this moment, the boomer is going to wait between statements so you know that the assertion of what they are saying is poignant. It is powerful. It is endless. The ellipsis is a danger to us all. A sentence ends with one period. That's all you need, just one. Maybe a question mark, maybe an exclamation point. Hell, maybe a semicolon. I'd be okay with that where the period's above the comma. That's fine. But 3 periods? It's too much. It's outrageous. Where do they think? They always talk about how the young are destroying the economy. Where do they get these periods from? Where do they buy this ellipsis? How do they afford that? It doesn't make any sense. The boomer economy is outrageous. Its foundation is on obnoxious punctuation and terrible, awful GIF images. They're weird little, I don't know how the images look so bad. How do you post an image that looks so weird? Like how did you run this through? Did you save this in MS Paint 6 times as a JPEG over and over and over again, slowly blurring it further so the pixels don't make sense? Like, how did it get to that point? I'm sweating so much right now. Oh my God. I think I have a fever. Holy crap. That's not, it's blood. What? It's fine. Anyway, I don't like the images. It's really hot in here. Oh, I think I need to lie down. Oh my God. I'm quietly confident that the moment we close our eyes, we're going to see something unlike anything we've seen before. Have you ever been sick in bed and you're just coughing? The weird part about that is when you're coughing and you're sleeping, you can see the coughs, right? You know what I'm talking about. It's like blinding, like a holy light just comes across you and you're so sick and you're like, am I seeing things? Am I awake? But you're not awake. You're sleeping, but you're kind of awake because you recognize you're coughing. It's really odd. I don't know how to explain that. Thinking about it, I don't think I've done that since I was a kid. I don't think I've done anything since I was a kid. I remember yards, flying a kite, kickball. It was so nice. I remember bullies. They would just throw you around and beat you, and they'd kick you in the balls, and they just laugh and laugh. It was pretty great. I remember math. Math was pretty nice. I had a teacher that would fall asleep, and everyone would laugh at her. But I understood what she was going through, which was a disease. She should have seen a doctor. It was really unfortunate. I don't think she's with us any longer. But that's okay. You know, not a lot of people are with us anymore. It's just wild, actually, how many people are gone in a moment. Like, I was thinking, like, the average dog lives, I don't know, like 4 to 15 years. Imagine your best friend is just there. They just don't exist. How many things have existed in this world that we don't know? It's incomprehensible. Our lives are so amazing and vast and wonderful. And when you're the center of the world, everything is expansive and it all surrounds you and everything seems so big in your moment. But there's so many dead things on this earth that we just don't know anything about. Like, how many dead stuff things are there? It's crazy. I've only been to like a few funerals, and even then, like I don't think I've ever cried at a funeral. I only cry after funerals in the car, like a baby would. Why do we bring babies to funerals? What? Why do we even have babies? It's stupid. Like, we don't really need them. Like, let's just let it all go. Like, if everybody stopped having kids, we wouldn't have to deal with this horrible gravity of a social realm that we've created, where we have to ponder death and mortality or try to keep the human race from going on. Like, who cares? Let it go. Like, whatever. It's fine. Like we always think about how we could just blow each other up with bombs, or we could just have a famine or disease. What if people just stop having kids? They just stopped. They just cut it off. Just went cold turkey. Like, how would society be? How would we feel about that? I mean, I'd feel pretty choice. Like, I wouldn't have to listen to them or hear them, or I guess listening to them and hearing them is the same thing. I wouldn't have to see them or feel them. I'm not saying I feel babies. I'm just saying that you know what I mean? Like, oh man, whew, that heat from the last segment. Oh my God, I'm still feeling it. What is happening here? Oh, that's blood. That's a lot of blood still. It's a lot of, oh God. It's fine. Everything's fine. I dug a hole once and laid in it for 16 hours, and I thought, wow, this is pretty great. You ever oh, man. Woo! Woo! Have you ever just wondered why? Why? I don't. What's better, dogs or cows? Right? Who has a cow? Who knows? Who knows what a cow is? I have no idea. I have no idea. This is the psyche slipping, folks. It is going out of the ears onto the table. I'm going to be able to mold this thing like Play-Doh. I'm going to stick it in one of those star shapes, make a little psyche star, and just eat it. That's how I want to get it back. Your essence is going to flow out of your body in moments of great crisis. And that is why, my friends, that is why we must breathe. It's why we must hold ourselves together. I want you all to take a deep breath. Now, you're going to lift your arms into the air, and we are going to do a salute the sun pose. I want you to hold it there. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Now release. Breathe out. Relax. Do you feel that rejuvenation of energy? Excellent. Now we will begin the hold the chamber sequence. Lift your hand to your head. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go to that dark place. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Imagine a yoga instructor encouraging people to kill themselves. That'd be like a really good movie. I should make that movie. I want to write that script. The yoga instructor would be named Germain, I think. Germain's a good yoga instructor name. He would be about, I think he should be really short, actually, like 5'2", 5'1", just something that you wouldn't expect. And he's just really passionate. Maybe he has like a long mustache that droops past his cheeks. He might wear a beanie when he comes in. He always has his yoga mat on his back. He might drive a motorcycle. Even in the winter, he's always riding. Excuse me. I apologize for that. Anyway, so he's this yoga instructor, and he has the class, and there's always a yoga gun at the side of every student, just in case. And he's like, "Don't worry, this is just a prop. It's part of the experience. Don't stress over it. This is just part of the healing process. We want to be able to combat these weapons of destruction that consume and defeat and hurt other people by releasing our negative energy around them. We will combat them and we will push them away. Sometimes we may hold them, but we always deny them." And then he gets everyone to kill themselves. Like, it'd be that easy. It would just be like, now grab it. You're going to release it. It'd be a whole thing. Maybe there's like a detective, and he's recently divorced, and he's just a mess. And maybe she is a detective, and she's recently divorced, and she's a mess. It doesn't really matter. The point is, someone is divorced and is a mess, and they hear about this yoga instructor just going around the country killing classes, and they're like, I got to stop this person. I have to solve this. Like, yoga was the thing that brought my significant other and I together years ago. And it ends up being a situation where the detective, excuse me, where the detective, oh God, so hot, Jesus, where the detective is just on a hunt, and he finds the yoga instructor, and he takes the class, and he almost, or she almost, pulls the trigger on themselves because they get so caught up in the yoga and the feeling that it gives them with their significant other, and maybe they fire, and at the ending you don't know if they fired it at the teacher or themselves, and it's a really critical moment and you have no idea what happened, and it wins an Oscar, and it wins 2 Oscars. Oh, that went down. And it keeps on making money. And then I retire in a yacht, and I invite all of the people I've ever loved, all of the people who have ever been in my life, who I thought were significant to me, and I just leave them on the yacht. I just throw them on there, and I'm just not there. I'm just gone. And then I start a new show called Matt's People He Loved on an Island, but it's Survivor, and they're doing yoga, and the yoga instructor comes back, and it's a sequel, and they have to stop the yoga instructor, except now he's a yogi. Just Yogi. That's his name, Yogi, like the mysterious killer. And he's trained in island warfare. And it's like a classic hunt movie. But it's sort of more of like a buddy comedy romance, because like all of the exes, they get along, they have friends with them, each other, and it's about the relationships you build along the way. So it's kind of like a silly film. Then they get off the island, and then they all kill me. All of them at once. They're like, Matt, you're dead. And I just die immediately. They just say it, and I'm dead, and that's it. It's over. I think people would watch that. I think it'd be highly successful. I'm even of the opinion that I could probably print some t-shirts, right? I mean, I feel like that'd be a good shirt opportunity. Sit on the side of the road, sell some teas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, dog, you want that tea? And they're like, a testosterone injection? I'm like, no, a shirt. Just a shirt. And they stare at me, and I stare at them, and they just drive off. That's fine. I don't need them. It's okay. I have 100 shirts that I spent all my money on to sell for these movies that I made that aren't doing so well. They're not doing hot. Do you think anyone puts movies on VHS still? And they just like specifically VHS. I hope it happens. I'm sure some hipster is doing it, but what if someone just legitimate still does it? Like, yeah, I just put my movies on VHS. They go straight to VHS, and maybe they're like brilliant films, like Scorsese and Spielberg, 10 out of 10 tomatoes, tomato films, IMDb better be good movies. That's fine. Then they're just there and on VHS, and we all watch it and we laugh and we enjoy. I wish I was a VHS tape and I could just rewind and start all over again. Years ago, I was invited onto a Sonic the Hedgehog online server. It was an interesting experience for me. There was somebody, back in the heyday of the internet, I met a bunch of strangers, and we would hang out on chat rooms, and this one chick, this one lady, she was cool, but a little weird. And there was this dude who was really creepy, who was like much older than all of us, like really, really old. And he started that Sonic the Hedgehog server. Now, I have no interest in this, but she's like, hey, Matt, it would mean a lot if you would come hang out with us on this thing. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I go on the Sonic the Hedgehog server, And I'm there, and that dude's there, and he's like playing he's like the admin of the thing, and it's really creepy. The whole thing is just terrifying, and I don't know what to do. I'm just on here. I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, I don't even know what a Sonic the Hedgehog RPG server is. Like, I barely remember. I just remember having weird characters, and they would walk around, I guess, like in squares. I don't know. So there's just being, and I'm just being, and then I kind of like critique it, and then the guy gets really mad, and then he tells this lady who is like, again, she and I are both years younger than this dude, that she can't talk to me anymore. Turns out they were dating on the internet, which is cool. A lot of people do that. And then following this, she disappears. Like, she blocks me, and then he blocks me. And then years later, like, I get a message from her, and she's like, oh, we live together in West Virginia. It's terrible. I don't know what to do. I was like, well, can I help you? Can I get you out of this situation? Can I find somebody that can help you out? Like, what can I do for you? And she's like, I don't know. And then she goes away and just vanishes, disappears completely. And I've never heard from either of them since. So I can only assume and guess and believe, based on all of the evidence provided, that they're both very happy together and their relationship is beautiful and working in the most spectacular way a human relationship can experience. So congratulations to both of you. A quick toast to you all. We're looking out for you. We're hoping you're having a great time. In fact, we know you are, because all of the circumstances provided suggest that you both are beautiful together and you're extraordinarily happy. I believe, and I mean this. I believe that the human core is very similar to the Earth core. It's hot. It's on fire. It's burning. It's a crazy pool of lava that just, if it wasn't in the center, it would just boil everything very quickly. And it'd be very hot outside, almost as hot as it is in here. Oh, the studios. Oh my God. Why? Anyway, excuse me. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into a little bit. So the human core, it's hot, molten, spectacularly, brilliantly fiery. You go into it, everything's gone. But what does that mean about relationships and significant others? How do we attest this? How do we use words with these scenarios? How do we combine these fictional concepts that I'm making up into real world activities and events? Those are all things to ponder over. But I would just tell you that the experiences that we share with others and our molten cores, it's really just about who has it hotter, whose core is the hottest core. And if someone's core is colder than yours, you're going to just burn them up and they're gone. And that's tough. It's tricky. It's why a lot of relationships don't work out. It's why marriages fail, because one person gets consumed by the lava center of another being. And that's okay. I mean, it's all about humans evolving and growing with one another, trying to be more than we thought we were, trying to expand beyond the horizon, trying to just see again. It's why I try to add a little more lava into my belly every day. It's why I hope volcanoes erupt so I can just drink it all up. I'm a little selfish about it. I'm not going to lie. I'll eat lava. It's fine. Lava cakes, lava plumes, lava ice cream, lava mangoons, lava mangaroos, lava kangaroos, lava dungarees, lava Australia, lava glava, lava java. If it's got lava in it, I'm going to bother. Lava and bother. That's my slant rhyme. I studied poetry for 7 years. I swear. Anyway, today's show is brought to you by Wacky Larry's Subs and Rubs. Eat while you have someone touch your feet. You can find The Matt Hawker Show on Twitter at twitter.com/Matt Hawker Show, facebook.com/The Matt Hawker Show. You can find me on Podchaser, where pods are chased immaculately, Please let these words make sense. I'll fix them in post. I won't. Patreon, please give me money. The Discord, that's a thing that exists. You please join the group. You can chat with us and more on the Matt Hawker Show Discord, where we have multiple countdowns to who knows what. We're working around the clock to make sure that time is not just a figment of the imagination, but it is a figment of reality as well. So hot. Oh my God. It is so hot in here, folks. I'm not going to make it much longer. The countdown is continuing. Please send in your donations into the box, where we will send your money to the most incredible, amazing, perfect, wonderful turtle shelter on the East Coast, where you will find turtles basking in themselves. We will donate your money to save turtles around the universe. I will travel beyond the scope of human thought to find turtles and save them. That's what your money is going toward right now. Donate today. Save turtles. Make sure they know that you are the turtliest child in the turtle realm. When you gather you and your turtle friends, you can develop a $14.99 package plan to develop swords, shields, and more. Fight other turtles with your friends. Download the Turtle MMO Matt Hawker Show Base, #Matt Hawker Show Base platform today on your iPhones or Android phones. You will find turtles out the wazoo. You can fight turtles with everyone, including your dad. Your dad will fight turtles with you. You will be a turtle. You'll fight yourself. Will you win? Who knows? On the turtle game, you will turtle around. That's... I need to see a doctor. Oh God, it's so hot. Oh, I need to get out of here. Someone please get me out. I can't even breathe. I've been breathing this for so long. Someone, please. Come and just open the door a little. I just want some light. I miss Bobbly. He was my best friend. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Tune in next time when I'll eat a sword live on an audio show.
we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be so long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was